Going live. Oh, we're getting up there. Nice. Should be live. There we go. Cool. Do it on X. Profile. Nice, nice. It should be live on Twitch. Hey, there we go. Audio's good. It should be good. All right, cool. I got a follower while I was offline, so thank you to follow me. Idov GT. Thanks for the follow. $20 whole followers on Twitch. We're crushing it. Out of control. Cool. All right. Oh, whoops. Back to the void. All right. There we go. I know I was missing something. There's lots of things. Schooly school. Busy a little bit this morning. Should get my activities done. I got a bunch yesterday. Forget. Something happened, and I was like, oh, cool. So I just went through and liked a bunch of stuff. So yesterday was the 15th. Really? Wow. How much? 124. That raises a lot of activities. Cool. School members. 5. So we're at 520 now. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. Number 734 in tech. Man, I'll work on that. I feel like that used to be way better. 519. All right, cool. 519. Good deal, good deal. And subs. Studio. There we go. Subscribers. 1091 yesterday. Nice. It's a big jump. 8 subs. Nice. I don't think anything particularly exciting is happening. I think it's more just midweek, but numbers are up. Green means good. Yeah, this one's been doing pretty good. Probably need to do another video on that. Oh, got another one. 1092. Sweet. Yeah, no. Whatever, my last one. Like, well, I need to get a video out, but 47 views. Man, the Nano Banana, I mean, this has got to be a thumbnail thing, right? Like, it was also pretty early in the Nano Banana, like, peak, so that could be part of it too. But it's a big standout from the rest of these. 3,500, 3,000. I think Whisper, automatic. So Whisper might be doing some work in that one. Free transcripts, I think Whisper again. Transcripts and Whisper might be doing some work on that one. Stable. YouTube uploads, I think, does a lot of work there. Whisper again, I think. YouTube, I think scheduling actually might have been the keyword in that one. So got some options. But oh, look at that. They don't even all show up on one page. Yeah, schedule, I think schedule social media. So we're getting there. We got a few standouts. It's pretty crazy, actually. It's not bad. All right. I think that's pretty much it. No major updates. Working on some other automations offline, and I guess mostly that one. Like, I'm working on the PDF to data. I got to rebuild that one in a different instance. but that one's pretty much good to go. And then what else am I working on? Got to actually do some Wave development last night, which was good. Working on trying to get payments going. So trying to be able to basically, I guess, create a Stripe product. So if you're in the app, you can create a product. It'll create the product in Stripe, and then it creates it in the database for Wave as well, which is kind of weird, kind of redundant, but I guess it makes sense. And then yeah, so you can create the product, create the price for it, create some other details for it. And that was the first step. So I want to make sure that it actually works with the Stripe APIs. And then once I've got that product, then look at being able to purchase that product as a user. So that'd be the next step. But that was pretty much what I was doing last night. Also still working on some SEO. So I'm doing that as well. And then of course we have this. So now we get back to seeing if we get this course generation system to keep on plugging along. So let's look at some n8n. And I had to restart my computer, so I lost all my tabs. It's a horrible thing. Course, getting a bunch now. So starting with course details. Can I not open this? For real, guys? Come on. Let me middle click them. That is annoying. Oh, wait, does it? Okay, so it does a new tab there. It does here, but not there. Right, so course details, then course content. That's where I think, no, I got this done yesterday, at least for this iteration. Then generating slides, that's where, yeah, I was trying to figure out how to fix this guy. So I think we do that. I'm gonna get Google Drive open. Automation. Course creation. October 13th. Lesson 1. And then we had slides. I just need to get rid of these guys because so originally when I built this out, I knew that these were going to be here. So I was saving these for the original like lesson 1 title kind of thing. But or this was actually going to be the title and description from the beginning of the course. And I had that wrong because I don't want to create, I'm going to probably end up actually merging all of these slides together. Or no, I don't need to. We can print out each one individually. We'll just have to create a lesson 0. So I need to see how this works. Because originally I'm adding an extra because I'm like doing the, yeah, so I think it's back to what I was talking about yesterday, where I'm calling duplicate slides, calling this API to be able to duplicate the slides, but I don't need to do that if, hey Craig, don't need to duplicate slides if there's the right amount of slides. So back to trying to figure out how that works. So again, I think I was looking at doing loops in here to make sure. Basically just do a count. So I could do a count after the filter. Like I said, I don't think I even need to do that. So I'll just merge the items that are there. And if this happens to be yeah, okay. So I think if this is greater than also I said delete at the end. Yeah, I mean we could. It's just we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it 40 plus times, right? We're going to do it for every single lecture, which like that doesn't seem great. I don't want to call that too many times. So I think after we've got this, yeah, just bad practice. If we can avoid adding complexity when you don't need it, might as well. So then, but yeah, I think all this is doing is creating the duplicate object. So I think here, if it basically do an if boy, I'm gonna create a bunch of dupes. What happened? Why did it keep going? Weird. All right. So if this guy, oh really? That's not good. Running large language models. Interesting. I saw a video pop up on YouTube yesterday where a guy was talking about that he got one and he was gonna talk about running it and stuff, but I didn't end up watching it. But that's a bummer. That's what were they doing? Okay. Well, you're okay. So you're not trying to, you're not trying to train it. At least I'm sure training would take forever. Like that's that running the 100, even really running the 120 billion model. I mean, if you're trying to retrain it like that, I get that's still going to take forever. I'm sure. So that's not surprising. But quantized to FP4. Okay. Like quantization is something I like vaguely, like I kind of understand it, but not entirely. So, but yeah, gotcha. I know that Hugging Face is full of that kind of thing. So, yeah, that sucks though. Really. Filter. So I think actually what I want to do is that, do I need a count? Is there a count? Does it summarize? Okay. Tokens per second, we're down to 5. Oh man, really? 5 tokens per second? That seems really, yeah, that seems really slow. Is it just because of a really big model? Like did the smaller models work better? Like could you run the 20 billion instead of the 120? But I do wonder about that, if there has to be like a good amount of you know, optimization or tweaking or whatever to make sure that the, what's it called, the DGX can handle that model. All right, so I think what this is going to have to do is aggregate all the items, check the length. Then if it's greater than 1, split back out, do this, and continue. So it's a little gross, but I think that'll work. Problem is the 278 gigabit bandwidth. Really? Okay. So it's a bandwidth problem within the machine itself. Which is, that's crazy, actually. That kind of, yeah, that sucks. I'll item into data. So Title slides, titles. Why it's starting that over? Oh, it's because it's in a loop. Yeah, okay. All right, now I can do an array, say length greater than 1. If it is, then we need to create these. If it's not, then because either way we split back out, which also feels a little bad. Split out. Oh, yeah. Wait, what is happening? Why? All right. Nice. Only running or waiting executions can be stopped. And 1932 is currently running. Okay. I don't know what you're doing there, bud, but whatever. So now looking at AMD Strix Halo with 128 gigabyte unified RAM. Okay. Is that their own? I didn't know AMD had their own too. So that's cool. Running in Docker is perfect for my needs. All right. Well, there you go. Hello, C Films. You're doing great. That's good to hear, man. That is good to hear, man. I am doing well too. We're still building stuff. Thanks for stopping by, man. Okay, so this guy's not working yet. Building this pretty convoluted looking workflow. All right, so I think if I do that, it can generate 40 tokens per second and do FFmpeg and TTS. Okay, this is the Strix Halo. Okay, I mean, there you go. That works too. I don't know why it keeps. Oh, it's because it's trying to go through the whole loop. All right, that's fine. False. Okay, so then yeah, this handles the different versions. Then when I get to here, I can say if this is greater, if the items left are greater than 1. Oh man. Amazing massive desert. Oh, dessert is an AMD. I like it. I like it. There you go. That sounds great. Sounds great right now. Oh man, this is tough. So could do it in. I mean, we could also do this in 2. Would you want it as a pi? That being an AMP. So we need to. What would we do? We would get all of the titles, and pi is a number. That is true. That's very true. So we get all the numbers. We would get all the titles. I'm almost seeing like 2 different flows here because it's like we get all the titles. and then get all of the content slides and group all those up and then call this path. Otherwise, it's slide IDs. Aggregate 1. So then taking all the slides at that point. No-so AI learning, exploring and partnering. Just stop by. Need to focus on your learning. See you later. This will be on your channel. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, of course. Yep. I'll leave all the VODs are on the YouTube. So yeah, you can check them out later. But yeah, good luck with the focusing on learning. We're building a course generation system if I can figure out how to update our slides correctly again. Pi is Python, which is a coding language. That is correct. Yeah, man, good luck. Does your project use Python? This one does not. I've been using a lot of, I tend to stick with JavaScript instead of Python, but I've done a little bit of Python in the past. To be honest, I don't know. The n8n might be using Python like in the background somewhere, but explicitly, no, I am not using Python in this project. Okay. I'm caving. Going to GPT. Or Gemini. I mean, I use more. It depends on the situation, I guess. Like in this, in n8n, mostly just it's all JavaScript. But I've been working on an app, and that's using TypeScript. So kind of depends on what you're doing. For a bigger project, you probably want TypeScript just to make sure that things are properly typed and you don't have, easy errors as far as not having the right kind of objects and parameters and that kind of thing. Oh, it's a tiny little GPT window. How about that? Let's see. Okay. So I am trying to figure out better logic here. CoffeeScript. I mean, what is CoffeeScript? No, I haven't. I always forget. That sounds familiar. That's what is that? That's essentially what led to TypeScript, I think, right? I remember that one's getting kind of old at this point. I have a template presentation. Interesting. CoffeeScript is a programming language that compiles the JavaScript. It adds syntactic sugar inspired by Ruby, Python, Haskell in an effort to enhance JavaScript's brevity and readability. Okay. Some added features include list comprehension and destructuring assignment. Interesting. Yeah, I kind of remember hearing about it back in the day, but I never really used it. But I feel like that's just kind of led to TypeScript instead. But I'm sure it's still around. I'm sure people still use it. Oh man. Okay. What am I trying to do here? I feel like I'm making this more difficult than it is. We've got our template, and it's got 2 slides, and then we've got our spreadsheet. With all of our content rows. So I want to grab trying to think if I have this doesn't really change. I mean, we now filter, I guess, based on, or we can now filter based on the lesson. So we can filter based on lesson ID, which is nice. Wait. I am manually mapping these. Which I need to do. So I need to grab those and assign them correctly. So that's the title slide, whatever the first slide is, and then that's the content slide. So the second slide. So that's correct. Then I need to get all the content rows and then figure out say first slide is always the title slide and all their slides are content slides. Yeah, could do that. And then that would just mean we would still get all of the rows and then filter out the title. Yeah, I mean, I think there would only be one first slide. Yeah, if the first slide is always the title slide, that does make it easier because then this whole thing just becomes duplicate out content slides, assuming that there's more than one. And then after that, we just may have to like regroup all the items so that we can call the update. But yeah, I think that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, as long as the lecture doesn't have more than one title slide, then that would work. It would lock us into that. But yeah, I think that works. I guess that's true because this was looking at all of titles and content slides, and now we're just looking at it lecture by lecture. So that would probably work. What was that? First appeared, CoffeeScript appeared in 2009, 15 years ago. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's what I was thinking. I remember being around, but never used it. Do you like golf? I'm not a huge golf guy. I've been golfing a couple times. Like I've watched it on TV a little bit, but are you a golf fan? See films? But we shouldn't have more than one title slide as we define title as one. That's true. Like golf, you like golf script. That is true. Yeah. Would definitely like that. Is that a variation of CoffeeScript? Yeah, no, for sure though. I guess if we're good with just one title, then yeah, that'll work. Yug. Exams are all over. You let's build something they're teaching me. Yeah, sure. Your exams are all over. Nice, man. Yeah. I do have a Discord. Haven't it's not super active. Have not been using it a whole lot. One of the other guys asked for a Discord, so I created it, but yeah, I need to be better about staying active on it. All right. One title per lesson is all we need. Cool. Then that I think would make this a lot easier. So I kind of then there's only one lesson title field in the spreadsheet. True. True. It's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. Okay. Then if that is the case, I think what happens is we can get rid of all this. So this will just grab all of the content slides. It's still kind of the same situation here, I guess, where if this is greater than 1, so I think we still have to array them. Aggregate all the items into content slides. And I think the slide data is really heavy because this. Yeah, there you go. Like it's super laggy. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So we get an array. Then we can do an if. Now I've got an array. Is oh man, there we go. Length is greater than 1. Then we need to duplicate. And we basically go down this whole path. Okay. And then we have to add that. So we have to split it out. If true, then we split. Oh yeah, I need to add another thing. So then once we split back into the total items. We need to drop one of them. So then we get the right amount. Or no, I guess not. Wait. Because this part stays the same. We're just copying this. Oh, that's right. No, we need. So I think we have to explicitly say, here's the original content slide. And then for each other one, I don't know. I'm leaning more towards deleting again because I think now that I think about it, like we're gonna have to. It's because of this. This second ID is gonna be like this. So I think what we do is just duplicate 1 to 1. I think we do both. I think we back to like so that way the IDs do match up. I think that actually makes sense. It'll just make it easier because then the slide IDs and then we're not having to like remap the slide ID. So just like going through this one, I was like, okay, so if I have even if I just have two content slides, then I only need to duplicate it once. So then I need to get the ID of the second content slide, but then I need to make sure that now the first content slide is always associated as this one instead. So I have to like remap that to make sure that that's lesson 1 content 1 anytime I need to refer to it. So I think I just do the duplications we were doing before and then delete the slides back out. That way I get rid of the ones we don't need. They serve their templated purpose, and then so there's kind of a need for it. So all right. Hang on, but so golf, where were we? Golf script is a concatenative programming language embedded on top of Ruby, designed to allow very short programs to be written in order to win code golf contests. It supports a range of data types, including arbitrary precision integers and a wider range of standard operations than many other esoteric programming languages. I had no idea. Do you need or want to win golf code challenges? Yeah, I don't even know what that is. So I was just thinking about, or we were just talking about Advent of Code. So that's like a coding challenge that comes out later this year, but that's in December. But never done a golf code challenge. Can't say that I have. Gabriel, welcome. Hey all, what's up, man? And not all people start a presentation with a title slide. It's a very good point. It's a very good point. There's definitely some variability here. This system will create title slides for every presentation, for every lecture, though. All right. So luckily, I have not saved. So I'm gonna just reload. Okay, I started going down that path, but we can get rid of this now. I'll tell you what. I think workflow history. Yeah. Just load from yesterday. Yeah, let's do that. I think this makes more sense. That way, then that does make it pretty easy here at the end. We just delete the 2 slides from the beginning, and then we're good to go. What if someone put the title slide as the 3rd slide? Yeah, that would be, then they'll have to move it. They'll have to manually change that. Although the system's going to just kind of keep running. So unless they like break up the systems, they're going to be stuck, unfortunately. So then in this case, I think there's not a whole lot of tweaking. I think that makes this a lot easier. Because then I think we just do one more API call to delete those 2 slides, and then it's good. That's not the level of tweaking we need. That's right. There you go. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Fully customizable, whatever order of slides you want. Yeah, uniform output would be the goal for now. Forget what this was doing. What's this doing? Oh yeah, this is injecting those back in, which I didn't need to do. That's right. Yeah, I was updating the content from those, which I don't need. And so I think, where's the delete button on this guy? There we go. Uh, you give me an example of deleting slides from a Google presentation using n8n HTTP request node. All right. While Perplexity digs up an answer for me, I will be right back. Ugh. So if someone has an issue with the system, would they need a tissue? Yes, maybe. Maybe they would need a tissue. Evergreen quality of output. Yeah, for sure. Cool. Now that we've got all these, I don't know. I am kind of wondering if we should not. Well, I don't know. Eventually, we could not use Google Sheets. Don't need to. Prezi. Yes, I think so. Yeah, familiar with Prezi. Yeah, yeah. It's like Gamma. Gamma is the other one that's been around for forever. But yeah, I mean, they probably would have helped. We're trying to do as much free as possible, which those guys are they have services, so they want you to pay for it. All right, so now we're gonna need another data formatter here, but this is a post presentation ID, predefined slides, and then shouldn't need anything else, just the body, JSON body, like that. We could probably get away with actually this being pretty static. I don't think this has to be too dynamic. Yeah, as much locally, create video locally using FmpEg. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think, I don't know, I'm sure there's a number of ways we could do. Well, I guess it does get a little tricky being dynamic as far as like creating the images. Because I was trying to figure that out. Like HTML probably would be the way to do this instead. And just have it create an HTML sheet and then print that and turn that into an image instead of Google Slides. If we want to get rid of third party entirely. Do we have? Yeah, data table would be good for spreadsheet, and then we could probably use something else besides Google Slides to generate the images, because it just needs to generate an image. Okay, so we would get it from that. Cool. Is this going to be mad if I have an open loop? It might be. So this should all stay the same. Look at that. Look at that beauty. All right. So then... Oh, and it keeps the presentation ID. How about that? I think I can just use that then. Plug and play. That guy. And then I think we can kind of just can do some magic stringing here, which always feels really bad, but I think it's all we need. Mostly magic strings. Since I have very nicely labeled all of these. All right, there we go. So I can get rid of this guy with this guy. And this guy with this guy. Just explicitly say, hey, go delete those two slides. And then we are good to go. So we have another presentation from today, right? It's got our data. If I call this, it should delete those two slides. If we recreate the entire thing again, I think being inside a loop always messes with this guy. Oh no. Valid parameter. What needs to be valid? What's valid? What's not valid JSON? Oh, extra comma. Crap. One more time. It's going to regenerate them all, so just go ahead and delete these. Or will it let me re-execute? Nah, can do the whole thing. OpenAI currently can use, but we will be able to use our own local model. Yeah, for sure. Lots of software used to be free, but now costs money. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, right. I mean, open source is still open source, so there's still lots of open source that's free. Nice. Did that work? Hey, all right. After a little bit of roundabout, I think we got to where we want to be. And what's nice is that these slides then will have proper IDs. I mean, I guess it won't really matter after this, like, because it's already done. We've done all the parts that need to have IDs. But cool. Then now we can loop this all the way back around, and then for each lecture, we should get a presentation. Yeah, and then trying to think what happens after this. So then the next guy, images from slides, is just becomes a double loop. It'll be yeah, for sure. Yeah, if it's all running locally, you could just churn it as long as you want. So then this guy is going to be nested loop for each lecture, get all the slides, print them all into images. Then for the next lecture, get all slides, print each one into image. So this guy's going to run for a while. This is your printing press here. So I'll need to change that a little bit, but maybe we go back a bit. Go back and do two lectures. See that it works. What a beast! This is a beast. This is also a beast. I think I finally get rid of this guy. So this was just injecting the slides at the end to update, which I don't need to do. So yeah, we'll test it out with 2 lectures. Okay. Okay, so then if I change, I just need to change this guy to 2 lectures. There we go. Duplicate the lecture, add some different text to identify it's a different lecture. Yeah, that would work too. Well, now we need the lecture numbers. So we need to have multiple lectures. So I mean, we could do that. Well, let's just do this. I got this. So I think there's a reason why it's taking forever to set data. Man. Oh, okay. That works. I guess I have seen that happen before. I think we just let this guy run and it'll go. It's lagging out though. I mean, I think it's executing. It's not going to show me now for some reason. Yeah, it's running. It's been running for 3 minutes. Yeah, it's bugged out. Ugh. I don't know how to tell. I mean, I guess just wait and see. Blind faith. I don't know. I don't know if this is actually going to execute or not. I like to be able to see it. So, is it actually though? I mean, I guess we can check. If it is, then yeah. Created folders. Has it created a presentation? No presentation yet. Well, it was. I guess it was trying. Yeah, it did kind of what I wanted it to do. All right, and just realized I think we probably should put this in the slides folder, right? I think you were talking about that yesterday, and I missed it. So oh man, customization coming to this. I mean, you can customize in terms of options as far as what you select at the beginning. But yeah, that's gonna take a while. Then maybe on you to you can customize the system however you want. All right, so I think I think you pointed this out, Craig, but I think we want to probably want folders for each of these. Conductor, what's up? What is up, man? I mean, I guess if nothing else, we can just do a quick search within the folder. We don't have to capture every single ID for of each folder. But if we want the slides to be in the slides folder, save slides, images into respective lesson slides folder. Okay, so we can just leave the presentation outside. That's the only thing I guess I was thinking, like if the presentation should be in the slides folder too, since it's the source of the image. But I mean, if it's cool to just put it here, then that works too. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Then if that's the case, then that's good. Then we will run this guy. You ready for this, conductor? I can delete my test data again. It's going to create some new folders. There we go. Execute workflow. It's not showing it. I want to see it. That stop? Okay, cool. Okay, it's actually showing it now. So let's go. There we go. Now we can actually see the thing. All right, so we've got, it should be doing 2 lectures. Not like this. Not like this. So we're creating our lesson text from the title. We should have, yeah, we've got two lessons coming in here. Or 2, yeah, lessons, lectures, same diff. We probably should get consistent with our naming. Okay, and we create all the folders for those lessons. Then we do it again. So we just created lesson 1 here. Got all the folders for our lesson now, so ready to be organized. We're going to do it again for lesson 2. Lesson 2 with folders. There we go. All right. Now we're generating our course content. So we've got our lecture info. Should get some course content here in a minute. Here in a long minute. It's just being thorough, creating some quality content here. Hey. Oh, that's right. Then we'll have to actually add it, but that shouldn't take too long. So we should get some data here in a minute. Or no, we're doing another. Okay, yeah, I think we're creating the course content, then we're updating some of the descriptions and stuff. The course text, I think, to be a little bit more thorough. For sure. Yeah, this will definitely take a while to run because it's going to do this. That's right. It's because it's doing it twice. So it's doing it. And then this time it's got to do it 4 times. So, yeah, it gets pretty exponential. There we go. All right. We got lesson 1, lesson 2. And then does it go off? Oh, yeah. It should go off and do this one now. So now it should go ahead and create presentations for both of these. There we go. Created a presentation with the content and no extra slides. What about this guy? Presentation 2. Hey, nice. Looking good, looking good. It should be done running though, so I don't know if it probably doesn't have a, it probably just hangs because it doesn't, there's no like end to this. This just loops twice and then it's done. It doesn't actually exit. So that's probably why it's a little bit buggy, that it's like waiting on a response, I guess. But I think we got what we needed here. So we got lesson 1. We got all our folders. Oh, it just, oh, okay. Whoops. So it's doing it a lot. Didn't mean to do that. Wonder why it looped it 4 times. Whoops. So I think it did it for each item. So there is clearly a bug here. Oh, yeah. It's because it's because of this. Wait, what? I think that's where we get in trouble. I think it's we're getting the course details, right? So that's good. And then we get the lectures. So that's 2 items. Where's it getting all the extra cycles from? There's only 2 items. I'm just going to keep creating extra lessons or presentations for now. All right. Well, let's just go down to here and execute the whole thing. I'm gonna see what's going on here. I guess is the naming correct? It's finding, yeah, lecture 1, Introduction to Python, Entrepreneurs. Oh, these names are actually really bad. Need to fix that too. The name should be the lesson, not the course. So when I do this, shouldn't be that. It should be this. Better yet, we'll just do lesson 2. Lesson. That's a little better. And then why does this guy run 4 times though? Got 2 folders now. Go ahead and delete these. Try this again. Just execute the whole thing. So to copy the presentation, get all the slides, do a couple duplications, update them all, delete the ones we don't need. Good deal. Wait a minute. Ah, that's why. Limit 1. There we go. It called this 4 times. That's why. So it was going to do that 8 rotations. All right. That makes more sense. Cool. So it was this guy that was the problem. Oh wait, whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you running? I don't need you to run again. Okay. Then what did you just do then? Just created more of these. Two. Yeah. Get rid of that. Cool. And then we created, there we go, lesson 2 presentation. That looks better. Oh yeah, that guy just ran again, so I can get rid of that guy. Then get rid of the one from yesterday. Cool. Lesson 1 presentation. Lesson 2 presentation. How do those look? Those look good. Kept it very, very Google or Apple slidey with its minimal text. Lesson 2, API AI guide. Start API integration. AI enables talk. AI adds smart features. Use pip build endpoints. All right. Cool. Okay, then this is looking pretty good. This would then finish up the loop. And we'll, with lesson learned, we will loop limit to 1 and call the next node. It will still create multiple content slides in a lesson. Yeah, it should. It'll yeah, this double loop doesn't matter, but yeah, we can do that. Let me okay. Then it'll just duplicate, but let's do it. So we should get a lecture that has 3 slides for lecture 1. Hang on, this guy's gonna go try to. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. So for lecture 1, should have had 2. Uh-oh. That will come, I presume, when we create the course from the workflow before. What do you mean? Create multiple content slides in a lesson. Yeah, no, that should happen here. It should have happened on the first run. Yeah, there's 3 items. Hmm. Did I set it to 2? Maybe. Let's see. So then that should aggregate them all into one. Okay. And then when we call the API, we're duplicating lesson title once, and then we're duplicating the content slide twice. So it should create 2 slides. That's an old one. Wait, did it change folders? Parent folder. Oh, did I delete that? So this is lesson 1 folder UG0. Oh, it's a different folder. Oops. That came from the first one. Am I setting this to the wrong file ID? File ID. Maybe. That's that guy. Okay. Then yeah, those are different. Okay. Then lesson 2. Oh, that was correct. Weird. Oh, I might have deleted. I think I deleted the wrong. Okay. So that would explain why that didn't work. Okay, cool. Now this should work. So this should get 3, then yeah, 3 items, 5 items. And we should have 3 slides. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Then lesson 2 should have had which one's recent? Get rid of these. Yeah, just 2 slides. Good deal. If we want to test a little further, say slide 3, slide 4, slide 5. Run this one more time. Run it. Get rid of the one I just made. These should be identical. So that guy has 3. That guy has 5. Cool. So that makes that a lot easier. The route that I was planning, I was trying to avoid, was actually probably the right one. But yeah, now we are looking pretty good here. Then got a little bit of time. Probably start to change this guy. Kind of do the same thing I've been doing. We're gonna add execute subflow trigger. And file ID, I think is what I wanted. Basically, just want that. Yeah, that way I can hard code the file ID. Otherwise, file ID will come in from the sub execution. Then it'll just set the file ID for going forward. This is the file ID of the spreadsheet. Then we can get the lectures. So we'll do the same thing here. We will grab the details and grab, oops, connect that up. Connect, please. There we go. Connect that. So this gets the details from the document, right? Right, cool. And then this gets all the lectures, so course text. And then for each lecture, we loop. So that's the parent loop. For each parent loop, we are getting all of the slides. Ooh, we could probably add a step in here at the end. Copy 2 items. Wait, what happened there? Oh, is that just the full loop? Yeah, run 1. Okay. I think actually when we do this, I think we could do another another column here. So we have the lesson ID, and then the presentation ID. That way we know which document, and then when we get to here, we'll have that, so we can just say, okay, here's your presentation to get the slides from, and then loop through. And that makes that a lot easier. And where does it make sense to do that? So we're getting presentation template ID. That's a template. And then once this guy's done, this produces the ID of the new file. Then we're getting slides from that presentation. So before we do that, we can just do the sheet. How smart is this? Smart is this guy? Here we go. Sheets. Update row and sheet. So from the file ID, name, course, text. Going to match on lesson number. So we're inside the loop. We can match on row number. I like that better. Then we can set presentation ID to the copy file. All right, run it again. not showing it, but I think it's doing something. Or is it? I think it ran. Did it create? No, maybe not. Don't see new. Oh, okay. 28. I don't know that it ran. I don't know what happened there. Ah, yeah, I changed the reference value. Presentation ID is now this guy. That should be fine though. So now if we do that, that should be the new ones. Did that finish executing? I don't know what happened there. Weird. Did we get new lectures? Lecture 2. Did we go on recently? Okay. Oh, didn't finish. Really changed that much, did I? That. What happened there? Oh, it's not updating the row. Not matching for some reason. Yeah, okay. Oh, we have to. Never mind. That's why. Should be using that one. Oh, whoa. Nope. Using a static value as opposed to the looping value. I think that'll work. Move to trash. All right. One more time. And I'm going to delete these values just to be safe as well. So, oops. No, I don't want to delete those. I want to delete these. Presentation IDs I want to get rid of. All right. There we go. Try this again. Oh. What is happening? I guess not. Oh. Wait. Row number, not lesson number. There we go. Okay. So we're looping over the row number. This I think should do it. It should do it. I don't know. I wasn't doing row number before for some reason, so now we should be good. So the workflow should not fail here. There we go. There we go. Cool. We have our lecture with slides. And then lesson 2 should have good stuff. And then we should have presentation IDs that actually match. So that's this guy. IH or one IHHM or JM. So that's correct. IHHM. And then the lesson 1 is 1XMK. XMK. That's 1XMK. Cool. So now we can reference that directly. So when we get to this guy, set the file ID, get our details, then we get the lectures. Start the loop. Inside the loop, then we can get the presentation ID from here. And now we know which presentation to get to then print out images for that. And when we do that, upload file. We start another loop for each slide. So let's save that. Restart. Okay, then we are, all right, so I have to change this. So the presentation ID is now rather than the search, it is, this guy doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it either. It will be from the loop, presentation ID. And same here. Equals that. And then the folder, wait, so can I call that now? Deal. So that creates the image, and then we can upload the file to slides folder. Lesson folder, slide folder. Yes. Wait, what was that? I'm just going to call it lesson, I think. So lesson. I guess this could be lecture. Topic. Cool. And then the folder, how do I want to get the folder? I want to get the folder by ID probably. So that's probably what I should have done here. Because otherwise we can just search for the folder, I guess. So that's like another API call inside of a giant loop. So I don't want to do that. We would do that beforehand. So I think this guy, we got to save it first. I think we basically basically need to do all of these. So I think what I would do is actually run through every single one of these and then do a set at the end where I grab all the IDs from all the folders that were created, and then we'll do one update here to say, okay, here's a lesson folder ID, here's the slides folder, here's the audio folder, here's the video folder, here's the worksheet folder. So we'll grab all of those at once, and that way we have all those IDs going forward, and we don't need to search for them because there's no need to keep searching for them once we've got them, because otherwise this is gonna search for that file every single time for every for every image. It will have to do an API search. Then there's no need. We can just directly call it. So that does not need to happen. All right, but that's good. That's a good progress. I think I'm gonna call it on that today. So next time we'll get all these folder IDs added into the spreadsheet for future reference. But we're getting there. We are getting there on version 2. Getting the whole thing to actually flow in one seamless execution would be pretty cool, end to end. So yeah, I will be on. What's tomorrow? Today, Thursday. So yeah, I'll be on later tomorrow, probably like in the afternoon. But I will plan to be on tomorrow, and we'll keep grinding on this guy. So yeah, in a PDF folder, yeah, for sure. Yeah, basically all these. Just want to grab IDs for all these folders when we create them, so we're good to go. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Craig. Sorry about the bad news on the DGX. I mean, hopefully it ends up still working out pretty well. Hopefully it's not bad. But bummer that people have been not impressed with it. Sorry to hear that. Conductor, thanks for hanging out, man. Good to see you. See Films, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Appreciate the puns. keeping it real in here. Who else was here? Another few. Yug was here. Glad your exams are all done. Glad you're just hanging out. So thanks for stopping by, man. See what else we can teach you in the future. And who else? Renozo is out there learning. So good on you. Keep learning. That is important. I think that's everybody for today. So thanks, everybody. I'll be back. Yeah, probably tomorrow afternoon at some point. So see you then.